Hello YouTube, it's Melissa. I'm back. I want to start another layout, so I wanted to do a share of what I hope to be using. And so for starters, I have printed two of the exact same pictures of myself. One just has a different filter on it than the other. I'm really hoping to use this, challenge myself to use this dark teal cardstock, because in fact teal, this color, happens to be one of my favorite colors. So I want to give it a go. I mean, this is a layout about my birthday, so why not? So I have this hello piece of acetate with gold that I kind of like there. This is the first time I've printed pretty much the same photo with a different filter, like used two of the same pictures, so this will be fun. I have a fabulous die cut from, let's see, Honeybee. So I'm hoping to title this Feeling Fabulous. You know, for 43, I'm going to put on here, obviously my age. And then I went into my stash and I pulled a really old Stampin' Up! Collection of designer series paper. This is Sycamore Street, and it's got some really great colors in it. And in fact, this green is in here, and this collection is double-sided. So I'm going to play with these, or this collection. I thought maybe I have a handful of these stickers left. I could maybe bust out some of these stickers because the colors are noted to be very close in color, for some of them anyway. And then I did, as far as stamps and other things, I might try to incorporate some cardboard somewhere. Usually if I have a really, you saw in my last video, if you watch my last video with my cover layout, usually when I have a very busy, very colorful layout, I like to bring in some neutrals, so crafts, blacks, those types of things. So maybe get some of that busted out of my stash because it's been around for a while. My typical birthday things. This is one piece of washi tape that I have left from my crepe paper collection. It's got some gold in it, so that's fun. Still going through this Party Day. You've seen this a zillion times. You've also seen me using this Karen Foster vellum stickers saying happy birthday. Possibly using some of these Ellie Studio. Not sure, but the green is the same, so if I can even cut a couple in half and use them, that would be wonderful. Get those out of my stash. And I'm planning to use maybe some Dear Lizzie, some gold and white letter stickers. For stamps, this is all me just seeing what I potentially could use, but I do like these Technique Tuesday stamps. This one is an Allie Edwards. It's called Favorite Circles, and it's great for tucking, or adding things to different, yeah, it'll be fun. And then this one is the same. This one is actually called This Story, or This Story. There's a lot of great sayings in that. And then this is an old one called Favorite Memories. It's huge. But I could actually bring this down to size, but anyway. So yeah, that's it. And then the other thing I pulled is some Prima, some gold vellum, because I'm wanting to bring in some gold elements. I know it's not the same, but that doesn't bother me. I'm okay with my golds not matching up. So yeah, see what happens, guys. Stay tuned. Thanks. All right, I'm back. I have my layout done. And like I mentioned, it was a birthday layout, so I'll go ahead and share it. It's 12 by 12. And I actually ended up, start at the top here. I ended up scrap lifting this idea, kind of, sort of, from a Christmas layout that I made for 2015. And if I remember, I will link it in the description box below and over on Facebook. So like I mentioned, I was going to use the Sycamore Street collection from Stampin' Up. So I am a demonstrator, and so I do have a lot of their product. And so I cut 5-inch strips, and I used that, tore it, and kind of roughed it up. I used that on these 3 layers, and then I added this turquoise or teal, dark teal, whatever color, onto the bottom. And then I went and used my Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine and spritzed it all over and let it dry. So then after that, unfortunately, I'm not one of those people that can do it after the fact because I'm always worried about it landing everywhere. So, okay, and then here is where this is basically self-explanatory, this top half. Here's where I have a lot of explaining to do. So I went ahead and I printed basically the same photo just with different fun filters. And I backed them up, they're 3x4, and I backed them up with just tissue paper for my stash. And then, so I ended up using 2 of these banners. Sorry. 2 of these banners that are in here, this corrugated cardboard. And this isn't just from close to my heart. Most of it is, but a lot of it, this just holds what's left of my corrugated cardboard. I ended up cutting this piece, 2 of these, into like a photo corner. And I ended up putting it behind the photo here and here. And then here is an arrow clip. I'm pretty sure these came from, this is my clip stash, but I'm pretty sure these came from, the arrows came from Hobby Lobby. They're Paper Studio. They have a whole section of clips. So that's where I'm pretty sure it came from. And I left a little bit of it hanging off and I tied a bow using some Stampin' Up! Ribbon. This is Pool Party, which happens to be the color up here that's in this, this kind of wave type. So one of the colors in the collection. One of the nice things when you buy the Stampin' Up! The collection packs, they tell you right here what papers they coordinate with. So that's fun. And I have quite a few of their cardstocks. I mean, almost all of them, let's just say that. Okay, so then behind the photo, I ended up using some of my gold vellum, which I used a lot of my Christmas projects, and I cut this Kaiser Craft circle mesh to get some texture back there. I also used some printed vellum that is from Stampin' Up! As well. This was a Botanical Gardens. This was a Celebration freebie from last year. Celebration's running now, actually. There's a lot of free goodies if you spend, for every $50 you spend. So that's kind of fun. But I use these paper tray ink circle scribbles. And that's what I did right here. And then here is a frame that I die cut from Pretty Pink Posh. It's called Scallop Frames. And I embossed it on vellum with this Simon Says diagonal stripes. This is a background stamp. So I went and Versamarked a piece of vellum. You can see my scrap here. I Versamarked a piece of vellum and then stamped it and embossed it with Calypso Coral, which is in Stampin' Up! Orange. And it turned out great. I kept my scraps actually because I knew I'd use them in another project. So yeah, just gave a little frame out there. And then this here is one of the frames, just one of the halves from one of my little photo overlays. I like to use those for layering pieces. This hello, this came from the Webster's Pages, the little, not Traveler's Notebook, but like their little portfolio. It was on the outside. So I just cut it out, kind of not fussy cut, but cut around it. I stapled it underneath here so you can't see it. And then I did hello. And then my stamping, because you know, I still stamping on every layout. My stamping is this circle around the 43. So the circle itself was stamped with Rich Razzleberry from Stampin' Up! And I used this circle and I put an epoxy bubble sticker on top of my 43 that I glued down there and then just cut around it. I added a little piece of gold vellum, some gold thread knotted up. And then this, I don't know where it's from, but it was in my stash. I think I got it from another YouTuber in Iraq. So, and I'm not big on banners, you guys know, so that's huge for me. This happy birthday was actually cut from one of the pieces in here. Like, I encourage you to cut up your embellishments if it, you know you're going to use something out of here, but not the way it is. So alter it. So it was like this big piece from this Party Day Crate Paper collection, and I cut it up. Now I have a banner, because believe it or not, I don't have a banner die, but I do have one in order, so I will soon. And then Feeling is just made with, I mentioned these Dear Lizzie stickers. Just put them on a piece of Rich Razzleberry cardstock, cut it out. This Fabulous is made with this Honeybee Fabulous die. and cut it out in rich raspberry. I did several layers, maybe 3 or 4. This is the scrap from this up here. Put it down here. This is some more pool party paper. This is some of this. I mentioned trying to use up some of this washi tape, so I used up some of that. I'll use the rest for a card. I didn't get to any more of these stamps, unfortunately. I mean, I could have found a spot for them, but I kind of felt like I was done. But I stamped here and then here, and like I said, you guys know my number one requirement for every project is I have to have some form of stamping on there, so I've got 2 at least. And then I didn't use this, which is surprising, and unfortunately I didn't use any of these either, but I think I'm gonna challenge myself to make some Valentines for a handful of people and use these stickers, because the last layout I did was an Audrey Yeager stash bash, and she used stickers, and so I think I'm going to challenge myself to get through some of these. So yeah, that's it. I'll give you one more look. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Cut It Up Creations, and I'll put a link in the description below. Bye guys.